Okay, what we got here is a brand new pair of skis out of the shop, and brand new. And I want to show you the way the edges come on some of these factory tunes. It's going to be kind of hard maybe to see on this camera, but I want you to pay close attention to the edge and the reflection that comes off of it. And oh, look at that. Look at that. Right as you come to the tip here, you can clearly see pretty good. So like a gouge right there. Anyway, we'll go down the edges. Anyway, the factory tune is on most any ski is pretty atrocious. Come down here and see what we can find. Okay, here's some more kind of bad looking stuff right there in their underfoot. And then again down toward the tail. You never know how this stuff, like I say, is going to look. I can't, it's hard to see in this little lens, but okay, this is a brand new ski, folks. Okay. Now the base edge is probably not that fantastic either at all. So, okay, now we're going to look at try to get some focus here on this base edge. I'm seeing it with my eyes right here, what I want to show you, but for example, ooh, look at that. See that? Okay, that's a gouge from the machining. I mean, just, you know, and this is atrocious, so, I mean, you know, you're going to have it tuned at a shop, but I'm going to show you how we hand tune these. Ooh, my God, look at that. And get them primo. Well, anyway, this video is going to be all about new ski prep. So although this is last year's model, this is a brand new Danistar Idol. And I'm going to show you the first thing I'm going to do to this ski that's been sitting around the shop. You see all the fingerprints and everything on it? Okay, here we go. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do to this ski to get it ready just before I even tune it is I'm going to put some wax remover down here. Now, I know a lot of people don't believe in that. They expect me to hot scrape this right now or whatever, but I'm telling you, there's way more than wax on this ski. Been sitting around the shop, fingerprinted up, all kinds of grease in it. So we're going to take some of this Toco HC3. We're just going to spray a little bit of it here on a cloth. Okay, we're not going to spray it on the ski. We're going to start wiping. Okay, there's a sticker up on the top of the ski on the back that had adhesive that gave the price of the ski, etc. And things like this. You want to get all this junk cleaned up off the ski. Now, this Toco wax remover will definitely cut and remove a lot of wax, but since I've only used a teeny bit, I'm not really letting it soak into the base. But a new ski only comes with a little, you know, some kind of special storage wax or something on it so it doesn't totally oxidize while they're trying to sell the thing. But this is and I don't get too concerned about a little bit of dryness because I have a Zoom box, hot box, and I have the ability to fully saturate a dry base, so I don't get too concerned about that. Or some people, I'm going to just keep turning these rags a little bit. We're going to get this sucker cleaned down. So anyway, this is the first thing I do. And here's a spot up here. It's got some gunk in there. A little blob. Actually, that was probably a little blob of wax that somehow got on it, toying around with it in here. But anyway, so step one. Clean that base off. You can sit there and hot scrape it all day if you want. I don't care. But the thing, you want to get the finger grease and all that kind of junk and stuff off of it before you start waxing it up or brushing it or anything. You definitely don't want to run your brushes over all that junk that's been people handling the ski and everything. So okay, so that's the first step right there. Okay, now we've got the ski up on edge. We've cleaned the bases with the Toco wax remover. This first thing you want to do to your ski edge before you tune it, especially with a new ski if you've never done this before, is run a sidewall planer on it. I'm using a Beast sidewall planer here, but there's plenty of different kinds of sidewall planers. There may be better, there may be not so good, but the main thing is to strip off some of the material that is just on the other side of the edge, the uphill side of it, or the top side of the edge of the steel, so that when we go to file this ski and buff it down and realign that edge by tuning it, we don't want to be working too much into the plastic of the ski. Not that it's going to hurt the ski, because that's what we're going to do now, but it interferes with your ability to do a nice clean job there, so you want to remove as much material as you can. This particular instrument here will bevel this edge here down on this sort of an angle at 7 degrees. So we're going to set the side of the ski only to 3 degrees. So if I put it on a 7-degree angle this way, I may even actually remove a little bit of the edge itself, but only at the very top of that edge. But this way, when I come back in with my files and my stones, I'm not going to get interference from this edge. And there's so many different kinds of skis in the way they're made, and maybe I'll get some material off this when I run the sidewall planer, and maybe I won't. But I'm never even going to start tuning until I check it out. So take this, and you're going to get it up flat on the ski. Really important. All about pressure, holding it flat, nice and easy at first. Barely pressing. It'll tell you where it is. You'll feel it. Okay, now we're getting some plastic. Okay. See there? Okay, so here's like the plastic you get and whatnot when you're planing a sidewall. And that was just the first pass, so I'm going to make a few more passes here. And with this particular sidewall planer, I mean, there's so many different kinds, but anyway, with this one, depending on how you tilt it a little bit, maybe this way, or you tilt it a little bit back. You can tilt it forward or backward a little bit. Just make sure you're keeping a nice straight plane on a nice straight ski, so that you keep your angle right. Pretty hard to hurt anything with one of these if you just be gentle first. Definitely see in the center of the ski, I'm getting a lot of material. The center of this ski is a sandwich construction. And as the ski comes down to the tip and the tail, it becomes a cap construction. So it's unique in that sense too. But sidewall planing is not any different for a cap ski. But it can be a lot more difficult on a sandwich ski that has a really flat edge. I'll tell you what, that can be a real drag. Real tall, flat edge. Anyway, this is coming out good. Nice and gentle. Now I'm going to start working up a little harder pressure. A little bit of an angle on there. I can see that I'm starting to get into the top side of the edge a little bit with the Pansar file. It's not digging into the edge. I'm not pulling a bunch of edge, but I can see I'm just catching it. And that's what I want to do. Okay. Not getting any more plastic per se. Get a little bit here on the tip. This can be difficult with some skis because sometimes when you come into the tips and the tails and different parts of the ski, there's different constructions and materials in there, and you may feel one that, well, it creates a lot more resistance against your tool than another part of the ski. So always take it easy, take your time when you're doing this. Okay, so I think we're good. So that is repeated on obviously each side of both skis. Okay.